How's it going? My name is Sherrod Seward. I'm a managing member at Sherrod Sports Visas, part of innovative immigration law. And what I'm talking about now is poker. Poker is one of our favorite industries to work in, whether it be for P-1, O-1, and EB-1A visas. But right now, we're going to focus on P-1 and O-1. So if you don't know, P-1 visas are the most popular visa category that athletes, which includes esports gamers and poker players, obtain to get work authorization in the United States. While it might not be always necessary for poker players to get a P-1 for work authorization reasons, because you can get paid only prize money under an ESTA visa waiver or with visitor visas. A lot of times, just for access and practical wise and being able to stay and live in the United States, a lot of the poker players are obtaining P-1 visas so they can come here. But another thing that they might want to look at is O-1 visas. So O-1 visas are not specific to sports players. They're for extraordinary ability individuals, which means that you've risen to the top of your field, whatever that field is. And the difference is under the O-1 category, it's a much easier transition to get a green card under EB-1A. And depending on what country you're coming from, they have some particular advantages when it comes to consular processing. What I mean is this: in countries such as India, Pakistan, like Nigeria, and even China, there is a greater consistency with visas getting denied, especially visitor visas and even P-1 visas, because the consulate will say that you do not have enough ties to your home country, and we think that you're going to immigrate permanently on the United States and not just come from a temporary purpose. In this circumstance, where you have consulates that are very aggressive, this is where the O-1 could be a great tool, because the O-1 is dual intent, which means it's perfectly fine to come to the consulate and say, yes, I absolutely do plan to live in the United States forever, but I have an O-1 visa. And they will not be able to deny the applicant based on them having immigrant intent, because it's dual intent. So that's one of the major advantages with the O-1. The other advantage and difference between the P-1 and O-1 is that the P-1 is really only appropriate for competing, and then also getting money that's related to that competition, whether it be you have sponsors or maybe you sell apparel that's related to your sport and competing, but you can't really do other things and really make a big deal of it like you would with the O-1. So like with the O-1, you can really start doing podcasts, you can do movies, you can start businesses. There's a lot of work authorization that we can do under the O-1 category that we can't do for the P-1. And sometimes it comes down to what you're eligible for. And what I'll do now is kind of share my screen and look at a couple of our past clients to show which ones would be appropriate for each stage. Okay, so I'm going to put in, let's start with one of our first clients. P-1. I'm gonna spell his wrong. Wrong. There he goes. Right. So this is actually, I don't think it's him. So here you can see that this player has a ranking of 21,000 pretty much in the world, and then they have all-time money of 80,000. When we kind of scroll through, and you can't see the scrolling on there, you can. We can look at some of their best tournaments to see where they got high placements in those. And you don't need a lot, but since this person has an international ranking and not a lot of money in that, and the ranking's pretty like high. Now there's 100, like, maybe 200,000 total people that are ranked in Poker Index. We need to go find the actual number. And he was as high as 2,000. So that's pretty good. But you really don't want to do the O-1 unless you're probably within like 15. But since he did get to 2,000, something we can look at. But the real problem is his all-time money is very low compared to what we'd like for the O-1 visa. So for that circumstance, he's more appropriate for the P-1 visa, just because his eligibility does not stand up for obtaining a O-1. Now let's look at Mr. Goffman. And with one of our clients. So here, he has a ranking of 1,651, but he had a highest ranking of 40 in the world. So right there, that is a great candidate for O-1 and possible even EB1A, just because he made it to like the top percentile of everyone in the world for that. And the other thing is he has an all-time money of almost $3.5 million. And of course, earning more than your peers in your country is a great thing for the O-1 category. And also, he has a single winning of $1 million, which goes well for the awards category, especially if it's covered by media outlets in multiple countries. So this is a person that we'd say is an excellent candidate for O-1, P-1, and even perhaps the green card EB1A. And finally, we'll look at another one of our clients, which is Ivan Rubin. So here's right here. You can see that he's earned a ranking of 34, and his current position's at 573, which is excellent. Here, he still has a very high all-time money list. He's ranked first in his country. And even his live bet, biggest win, is pretty good too. Now, it's not as big as the previous person we looked at that had the $1 million thing. So it might be, I'd still say it's pretty good for EB1A and O-1, depending on how much coverage that he has of media around his wins. And then we probably have to get into the individual size of his winnings. Like coming in third here for 10,000 is good. And I'm sure he probably has some first place finishes in here for some pretty good money. Like here, there's a win for almost $30,000. As you can see, he's spending a lot of time in Vegas, and that's what he's able to do on the P-1 visa. So that's why if you're a poker player, it'd behoove you to get a work visa, whether it be under P-1 or O-1, so you can live in Vegas. And it looks like he even went to the Hard Rock Casino over here and do these big tournaments and earn pretty good money. Pretty good money. So that being said, I hope this was very beneficial when knowing kind of what eligibility criteria are important and what profiles fit better with the P-1 or the O-1 visa. Again, my name is Sherrod Seward. We love doing visa for poker players, and we're here to be of service to you if a need comes up. Think about us and give us a call. Have a great day.